Hello, I am Caroline Doobie, and I am proud to present my signature project for IL 579 at the University of West Alabama. Currently, I teach at Magnolia School in Foley, Alabama, and I am pursuing a master's in instructional leadership. My signature project is math fluency and improvement of test scores at Magnolia School. This is so timely for our school, and the data that you are about to see is evidence of that. Pre-project data. Magnolia Elementary School in Foley, Alabama has a history of low proficiency in both mathematics and reading on the state yearly accountability test, the ACAP assessment. Overall state report card in 2023 gave a score of 76% to the school. School math proficiency on the 2023 ACAP was 24.45%, and sixth grade math proficiency on the 2023 ACAP was 13.45%. Data proves the deficiency in math, and anecdotal notes, STAR reports, state testing, etc. have all supported this as a school-wide problem. Here's some background information. English language learners and special education populations keep increasing at Magnolia School. It is a Title I school of high need, and in both the 2023 and 2024 reports, it was designated as a comprehensive support and improvement school. Therefore, in February of 2025, a state audit was conducted, and this was due to special education population scores during the 2023 school year. It's important to understand that fluency and automaticity must be practiced for the skill to continue as students get older, and that currently was not being done at the time. Here's the action plan and timeline for this project. During the 2023-2024 school year, I attended OGAP training as school lead throughout the year. Beginning in October 2023, I presented a plan to administration, and input on math program needs was compiled. By November, we had a meeting and plan was presented to other teachers. Teachers in kindergarten through sixth grade were also members of OGAP and attended a meeting as well. Grade levels were not implementing fluency as a whole, though. Fifth and sixth grade did begin implementing it prior to the fluency benchmark that took place in January 2024. The fluency benchmark was given by fifth and sixth grade teachers. There were a total of 12 classes, but 4 teachers due to departmentalization. In March and April of 2024, the ACAP assessment was given. In May 2024, a benchmark was given again for the end of the year, and the yearly reflection was conducted. During this reflection, we talked about what went well and how we could change things in the future. In August 2024, the implementation was continued. In November 2024, the 2023-2024 ACAP scores and the state report card was released. In December 24, the decision was made to continue fluency in sixth grade. There were teacher changes in fifth grade, but it was continued in sixth. The teacher changes did happen mid-year. The plan was continued, and the goal is to implement it in other grade levels next year, and we will get to that. And the goal of 50% of students being proficient in math facts and on the ACAP by 2026-2027 is what we are going for. Proposed implementation. School data shows an improvement in math scores in sixth grade, where fluency has been a focus. So we propose that during the 2025-2026 school year, we implement fluency programs in grades 4 and 5 as well. Hopefully, we will have a math coach, and they will provide fluency benchmark tests to teachers to lessen the load on the teacher. And data will be collected, each benchmark, to track progress. During this implementation, students will also keep their own data to track their personal progress and have ownership over these scores and this learning. The OGAP, or Ongoing Assessment Project Materials and Protocols, will be used as this method has been proven to improve teacher understanding and therefore student achievement. The expected post-project data. Based on current data, I propose that if fluency practice and an intentional focus on fluency is implemented across grade levels, math scores will improve and declines in fluency will be less apparent. I expect for this to slowly begin to increase scores on the state assessment. So here's some summary of data. With 1 school year of fluency implementation using OGAP strategies, and this is in 6th grade, there were improvements in math proficiency compared to the prior year. School math proficiency on the 2023 report card was 23.45%. School math proficiency on the 2024 report card was 26.67%, so you see some growth there. And then another component I began to look at, and that was chronic absenteeism, because I noticed that absenteeism was an issue in my class. So in 2023, chronic absenteeism was 17.43%, and in 2024, it was 17.06%. This bar graph here shows the 2023 ACAP math proficiency percentages for the Alabama State Department of Education. This was published in 2023. And you can see the state, Baldwin County, Magnolia, and then 6th grade. Once again, we're focusing on the pink there, which is 6th grade, and 6th grade is below Magnolia. Magnolia was below the state percentage as well as Baldwin County's percentages. This bar graph shows the state of Alabama in green, followed by Baldwin County and Magnolia School. Magnolia's chronic absenteeism was equivalent to that of the state, but higher than most other schools in Baldwin County. This chart I see as the most interesting. So just quickly looking at the top portion, this portion is by grade level. So it's the 3rd grade scores through last year, then 4th grade scores, 5th and 6th. And where that's important to note that there is a decrease as students are getting to 6th grade. When I started looking at the data, I noticed that that's really not comparing the same thing because the children change every time. And it's important to note that on the bottom, we are actually following that same group of students for 3 years. So the 6th grade students listed in the top based on that state report card are currently during the 2024-25 school year in 7th grade. So when those specific students were in 6th grade, they scored a 35%. The year before, those exact same students were 20.8%. Now looking at this current year's 6th grade class, they were 5th grade last year, but last year when their homeroom teacher did implement some of the fluency skills, that exact same group went from a 22.95%, almost 2 points, a little bit over 2 points, to 25% proficiency. Those were the 2 classes that were using the OGAP protocol. And I think it's important to note that on the bottom, we are comparing those specific group of students yearly. I do think it's interesting that this 5th grade class was 55% in 3rd grade and dropped drastically during their 4th grade year last year, which I just found kind of interesting. It didn't seem to bother people because the year before 4th grade was 22.95%, but I did find it interesting that that specific grade level dropped. They do not follow the OGAP protocol, and they did not work with us on fluency. Here you see the state report card for the 2022-2023 reporting year. You see that academic and achievement were not wonderful. The academic achievement was 58.94%. It is in the red. Now, although academic growth was in the green, we did not have 100%. And as you can see, we are a comprehensive support and improvement school at 76%. We did rise to 83%, but because of prior scores, we are still considered a comprehensive support and improvement school. But as you can see, about 6 point rise in academic achievement and academic growth has increased to 100%, which is amazing. So how does this connect to student achievement? When working on an improvement plan, it's important that the data collected proves a connection to student achievement. At this point, we are seeing gains, so it is important to continue goal setting and prioritize continued implementation. It is evident when reviewing the state report card data on the previous slides that focusing on fluency in 6th grade last year did have an impact on student achievement. OGAP materials and protocols will be used as this method has been proven to improve teacher understanding and therefore student achievement. By understanding students' prior knowledge, teachers can create intentional interventions. And also connecting this to student achievement, a school-wide pretest to ensure consistency in data collection would be important. At this time, our school does not have a math coach, but plans to next school year. Actually plans to have 2 coaches next school year. A coach will help guide the teachers in the school into these next step recommendations. I recommend each grade level have a math team representative to disseminate information on fluency goals. Once data has been collected, leaders will create a school-specific professional development plan to support teachers and assist in building class time dedicated to math fluency. Title I funds should help purchase additional subtraction, addition, and multiplication flashcards for each classroom. We want to continue to promote math fluency to keep the morale of teachers and students up. It's important for this to seem like we are a support, not just putting one more thing on their plate. Once again, the next step recommendations is actually goal setting. And I think a goal would be 50% of students in grades 4 through 6 will be proficient in their math facts and on the ACAP assessment by the 2026-2027 school year. Now, I'm aware that that is a high goal since currently we do not have close to 50% proficiency on this state assessment in most of the grade levels. But I do think if we are intentional about math fact fluency, that we can move to reaching that goal. I do also think it's important that we consider class rewards for these goals being met. I referenced several things during the presentation. You will see information from the Alabama State Department of Education report card for both the 2023 and 2024 school year. I also referenced the importance of automaticity development in mathematics, math fluency during primary school, and the OGAP website, which had valuable information as well as research. Thank you so much for listening and for viewing my signature project on the importance of math fluency and improvement of test scores at Magnolia School.